What's up YouTube? Capital G here talking about the new Deskbot monster that's coming out in Shining Victories. I know a lot of you guys are like, Cap, stop talking about Shining Victories. I'm sorry, dudes. They keep announcing these cards and it's just like they're almost trying to outdo themselves with every single card that just gets revealed now and gets shown. This is Deskbot 9 and I mean all the Deskbot fans, I'm gonna make you guys Craigasm right now. Deskbot 9 is so ridiculously good. Remember how we thought Deskbot base was good? And it's a really good card. Let you get the Cosmo effects. It powers your Deskbots ups. Deskbot 9 is just the epitome of like mind blowing. Let me read you guys this card. It's an Earth machine type, of course, level 9 because it's Deskbot 9. 500 attack and defense, just like all the other Deskbots, and it being level 9 is not a problem because we already have pendulum scales for Deskbots. We've got a 1 and we've got a 10. So this was all like, it was all culminating to this, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you're going to pendulum summon this guy 99% of the time. I guess you could normal summon it, but like, why? Just pendulum summon it and win. All right. It says once per turn during your main phase 1. You can activate this effect. This card gains attack equal to all the combined attack of all Deskbot monsters you currently control except itself until the end of your opponent's next turn. Excuse me, until the end of your opponent's turn. Now, that is just really good in Deskbots. If you've never seen Deskbots play, Deskbots swarm the field like nobody's business. Not just because 03 gets you started, but if you have machine duplication, you usually you just OTK your opponent with Deskbots. This is going to be like guaranteed OTKs now. Like, I don't really see, even if they max see you, like, it's not going to stop it. But let's continue on with the effect. And that part about until the end of your opponent's next turn, like, that's irrelevant. Your opponent's not gonna get a next turn. Like, you're just going to kill them. It says you cannot attack with other monsters during the turn you activate this effect, which is just like, thank God, but it's going to be irrelevant. You're going to kill your opponent anyways. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So basically just copy paste it from Armadi's, except it's when it's attacked too. So, okay. That means somehow if this doesn't kill your opponent when you summon it, which it will, that means your opponent can't honest you or something like that if they attack into this, which I don't really see people doing that. Third effect, if this card would be destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can destroy one Deskbot card you control instead. Dude, the card is already so ridiculously OP. Like, you don't even need this effect. Like, it's already Armadi, so like, how are they gonna kill this card? But even if they try and kill this card, he's just like, nope, blow up my pendulum scales. It doesn't even have to be monsters. You can blow up pendulum scales. You can blow up your freaking field spell, and you can still keep this guy protected. Like, this card is nuts. Now, for those of you who are just like, Cap, how's it so OP? It only has 500 attack. Well, again, when you swarm the field with Deskbots, usually there are Deskbots on the field, like 02, that power up all monsters on your field. And then you combine that with like 03 that can specifically target one monster and supercharge him by 500 for like every Deskbot card you control. Again, Deskbot cards, not monsters, so that counts the pendulum zones. Someone on Pojo has already come up with an OTK that does 12,000. It gives this guy 12,000 attack, and that doesn't account for like crazy, like ridiculous things, like if you have limiter removal or if you have like Deskbot based to field spell. So let me read you guys the OTK. And again, all you're going to need for the OTK is machine duplication, which is, it's already stable in this deck, but now it's about to be super stable. So if you have any aspirations of playing Deskbots right now, I would say go ahead and let's see if we can, go ahead and pick these ultimate rares up while they're $4, because they're not going to be $4 when this set comes out, because people are going to know about this combo by then. But yeah, the only things you really need for this OTK is you'll need one copy of Deskbot 03 and you'll need one copy of machine duplication. It's just those two cards, that's it. And you probably want to go second, and people be like, oh, what if you don't draw them? Well, Deskbot base does let you shuffle and like basically get a new hand. So, you know, I think the chances of you getting those two cards is pretty decent, especially if you got like, you know, 3 copies of each. All right, so here's the combo. Smash Maniac 2008 is already posted in online on Pojo. So again, you need 1 3 and you need 1 machine duplication. You special or you normal summon Deskbot 3. Deskbot 3, when it's normal summon, special summons another Deskbot except itself. Usually you get Deskbot 2 because when Deskbot 2 is summoned, Deskbot 2 will add a Deskbot monster, no, excuse me, a Deskbot card from your deck to your hand, and for some crazy reason it's not once per turn, which is cool because it allows the deck to like be playable, in my opinion. If they would have made it once per turn, none of this would have been possible, and it'd have been like rest in pepperonis to Despots. So after you've got your so here's what you do. use you normal 3, search out 2. When 2 hits the field, 2 will search a copy of 5. That's your first pendulum scale. You're going to get the second one after that. You activate machine duplication on 2, which will give you 2 more monsters, and that'll give you 2 more searches. The second search will get you your other pendulum scale, and then of course you'll get your copy of Deskbot 9. You're going to pendulum summon this. You're going to set the scales, then you're going to pendulum summon it. Then you're going to start using all your Deskbot effects to power themselves up and just make your attack go through the freaking roof, right? So after you've pendulum summoned Deskbot 3, you use after you pendulum summon Deskbot 9, you use Deskbot 3's effect on 9. Deskbot 3 can target one Deskbot on the field. I think it does 500. It gains 500 attack for each Deskbot card you currently have on the field. And again, you have what, 5 monsters on field, plus you get the pendulum scales as well. And since you've got 3 copies of Deskbot 2, this will power up your monster even more. Deskbot 2 gives, Deskbot 2 gives all machine monsters except a copy of Deskbot 2 500 attack and defense. So you multiply that by 3. So basically your 1/9 is gaining all of this attack from your other Deskbots, and then at the end of that you use Deskbot 9's effect to gain attack from all your other Deskbot monsters that are not 9, and its attack ends up being 12,000 attack. So that's mind-blowing. Again, this combo only takes 2 cards and they're both unlimited. Now when you have a 12,000 attack Deskbot, please someone explain to me what you can do, because when this guy attacks, he is Armades. That means damage juggler, battle fader, none of those things will save you. And if you happen to max C, you really think your opponent's gonna stop? No, they're just gonna keep going. Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit doesn't stop this combo anyway, because even if you use Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit to try and kill the 09, all they're gonna do is just use the effect and pop a pendulum scale and just keep going. You know what I mean? So this combo is just, maybe we're going to have to run a Fat Veiler. That's the only thing I can think of, because outside of that, all of the meta stuff now will just get wrecked. And you have to have a monster, even if you had a 4,000 attack monster on field, which practically no one makes, you'd still get OTK'd anyway, because it'd still be 8,000 damage. So, dude, Despots are about to be a real ass freaking deck. That 2-card combo puts a 12,000 attack monster on board, guys. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. If you have any aspirations of playing Despots, I would highly suggest picking up this stuff now. And again, that doesn't even include limiter removal or Despot base, which can make the attack go even higher. And we have the Afro Mages, or the Afro Mages, yeah, they're coming out in this set. But the thing is, they only hate on, Xyz and Xyz, Synchros and Fusions, or just monsters special summoned from the extra deck. Despots don't do that. They don't even go to their extra deck. People don't even really summon Despot Jet that much. So none of this is affected by that archetype. So, dude, I don't really know what's going to stop that, man. We're going to have to play Wabaku or some shit like that. Let me know what you guys think. Despots are about to be OP, and thank you for watching.